Now, I know Antifa exists. But the people give it way too much credit for whatever it is. Like, there's no meetings, as far as I know. If there are, I'd like to know where they are. I'd like to go. There's no way to join. If there is, where's the website? I'd like to go join. I'd like to pay my dues and get a membership card. As far as I know, there's no way to do any of that. They don't have meetings. They don't have a hierarchy. They don't have a structure, a power structure. They don't even have leaders. So I'm not saying that there isn't a thing called Antifa that exists, but it's ridiculous to pretend that what's happening right now is because of Antifa. Now, the looting, I'm going to guess half of it is being started by cops, at least. That's my guess. You know, they dressed up like they're black bloc cops. We caught them. They were doing it right in public in Minneapolis, and they caught the guy. And, of course, the police department says, oh, that's not our guy, except his ex-wife says it's him. I'll go with the ex-wife and forget about the lying fucking criminal cops, what they say. People go, that's been debunked by the cops. And so when people focus on Antifa, people from the right wing who all they know how to talk about when they talk about these protests is the looters and Antifa. That's all they want to talk about, and they want to miss the point of it and the real causes. That's to delegitimize the protests. And as Chris Hedges pointed out on the show today, the protests are about way more than police violence. So get this. So then they would show, oh, look, Antifa has Twitter accounts, and Twitter says fake Antifa account was run by white supremacists. No kidding. No kidding. You mean there's agent provocateurs pretending to be one thing and doing the other? You mean there's cops that are actually agitating crowds to be more violent so they can use that as an excuse to crack down harder? You mean that actually? Yes! And now there's white supremacists trying to give Antifa a worse name. Twitter has shut down multiple accounts that it says were operated by a white supremacist group posing as liberal groups encouraging violence. Twitter said that white supremacist group identify Evropa used one fake account at Antifa_US to call for violence in majority white suburbs in the name of Black Lives Matter movement. The account's removal was first reported by NBC News. This account violated our platform's manipulation and spam policy, specifically the creation of fake accounts. We took action after the account sent a tweet inciting violence and broke the Twitter rules. So look at that. So I get that Antifa exists. That's a thing. It's not anything like most right-wingers pretend it is. It's nothing like that. They're not the instigators of these protests. They're not the majority of the people. They're a tiny, tiny minority. And then of course the cops are going to pretend to be Antifa. The white supremacists are going to pretend to be Antifa. Of course, that's in their playbook to pretend to be a protester. That's what infiltrators do. It's in their playbook. So there you go. Hey, this is the part where I tell you where our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then I would tell you to go join our premium, but nobody has a fucking job. So why don't you just enjoy the video?